What's up, YouTube? Just want to drop some trade breakdowns from today. Um, as you can see, today's the 6th, so today we pretty much traded bullish. Um, but really, no, I would like to say we traded in a range actually, because as you can see, we had one 4-hour push that was bullish. But it actually came and closed kind of low, and then the next hour kind of retested that first 4 hour and then came up, but didn't break the highs of even that engulfing candle we had on the 4 hour, as you can see right here. And so yeah, I'm gonna just drop down to the 15-minute, show you guys the plays I was taking. So right here at the open of the day, right, boom, we broke. We already kind of had a small couple candles break, but not close above this structure. And so when we boom close above, of course I'm thinking buys, um and so I was prices pulling back. All I did was drop down to the 1 minute to wait for price to start printing bullish right down here. And so and also when price started printing bearish after that 15-minute candle, once we got this like kind of change in character, break of minor structure, I took this sell here and all the way down to 38.5. Great start to the day actually. I made, I don't recall how much I made on it actually. I think something like 2 grand. The day's already changed, or I would go to the history. This is on a practice 150k top step demo futures account. Yeah, I would show you guys, but so anyway, this was this big push on the 15. Then I seen this change of character right here, started entering the sales, took it back down to here. I actually want to say I might even got out early. I don't know. I didn't really feel like trading today, and I probably should have went with that feeling because I ended up being up. I think I might have got. Okay, no, this was my first trade of the day. This is why I started. So I took like a $2,000 loss right at the start of the day, and I went 15 contracts long right around here. Boom, boom, bam. And because if you see my pre-market analysis, I basically thought we were going to hit the 15-minute supply and then trade back down into the 4-hour demand before maybe breaking the low, faking everybody out into we're going bearish on the higher time frames, and then actually never maybe breaking the low, something like that. Who knows? I would have really seen what price did once we got there, but we never hit supply or traced all the way back or retraced all the way back down to demand, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no, big range today. And so I got stopped out at this point. When this move happened, I was just kind of getting FOMO. I hopped in because I was like, oh, we're definitely finna hit our supply. At this point I might as well just go ahead and get in. I think I got in on this engulfing candle, stop loss below this little low right here, and tried to ride it all the way up. Ended up it didn't hit, and then I started like, when I got this engulfing to the downside, I was like, I should close the trade. I didn't though, and I was up like 800 at the time. I didn't close the trade. As you see, I got stopped out. Stop loss right around here, right? Boom, came stop me out. But it also gave me confirmation, okay, the 15-minute pullback could start here. When I know we had break of structure right here on the 15-minute that we could trade back down to. That's why I targeted kind of the area I did. Then I got out early there, but the profits was enough to cover my loss, and I was up like $1,200 for the day. Then I figured once we had came down here and we kind of broke this high right here and we got a good pullback, I would enter for another buy, because now I'm thinking we could actually go and test that demand or supply before we actually start pushing back down again, if we even want to do that. So boom, my stop loss was under the lows, and then I was targeting here. Not nothing crazy, 1 to 4.5. I thought we could see this. At one point, I was up though like $2,000 on this trade, and I got that same kind of exit signal I got on the last trade, right here, the doji followed by that engulfing. The reason I wouldn't have got out necessarily right here off of this push is just because this is kind of the trade just starting. I felt like maybe we could get a little more out of it. Me personally, I'm not too against holding my trades, especially when I have higher time frame confluence. So, but I have been learning to be a little more like quick. Like if I get a signal to get out, just go ahead, get out. If you get another signal, get in. Then go ahead. Especially you'll see after I finish explaining the rest of these trades. So I was up $2,000 on this trade though, and then I let it stop me out for about maybe the same amount. And then as you can see here, we got another change of character where we broke this minor high. We can see price broke the low, pushed up, broke that low, then pushed up and broke this little very small high, but I counted it as structure nonetheless. So then when price came back, gave us this engulfing, boom, this was my next trade. I'm like, okay, you know what? Price might have just wanted to take some liquidity, fake some people out. Cool, great, right? Now we're going to go ahead and hit supply. Overall time frame looks hella bullish. We're good, right? Nope, stopped out again. And at this point, I'm thinking, why do I even trade, you know? Now, like I said, this is a practice top step funded account. So I seen another setup, basically the same exact setup, right? Price came down, made a little equal low. This was the last high before we did. Boom, we actually broke that. So then when we get a pullback followed by this doji and this engulfing candle, I entered the trade, or at least I tried to, but I had reached my max daily loss limit. So, which was like 4,400 today. Lost like 4,400. It's crazy. I was literally, I had passed the challenge, but it is just a challenge or practice. I already failed the challenge, but I do plan on doing a reset. We'll see how that goes. However, yeah, so today I was kind of like full sending some of these trades because I knew like I was getting signs to get out of the trades, but I didn't follow my gut feeling a lot of those times because I just wanted to be right about my analysis. Yesterday, I took some trades that I was absolutely right about, but, you know, like all the way. But, you know, I guess sometimes you or not sometimes, all the time, you cannot, like, guarantee where price wants to, like, if you'll get that follow through you're looking for. Sometimes you get a day like today where it's just like range, you see? And taking liquidity on both sides all day, just crazy. Could have traded this after the fact, I was still looking for trades. As you can see, my next buy would have been to hit TP, and at that point, you see, I had the TP really short. What was it? I took like, cause I drew a Fibonacci basically from this pullback to this high. And so once I got the entry signal right here, boom, stop loss below that low, and I was just targeting the negative 27 retracement, which we hit pretty quick. But I like I said, had already reached my max loss limit for the day, and yeah, didn't get to take any more trades. Pretty bummed out. But I just wanted to do the breakdown to show, like, you know, some realism to trading. I know it's a lot of fluff out there, but yeah, this is really how it goes sometimes. You know, if you watch my last trade breakdown, $3,900 a day. Today, $4,400 loss. So, the key takeaway for me for today is to just, first of all, I know that sounds crazy. Like I said, this is just a practice account. I was kind of full sending things, but I still like to practice how I play. And coming off of yesterday, I really just kind of had like to be humbled, if you will, because I did great yesterday. right? 3,900. And I was up 1,200 today, and that was good. And I didn't even want to trade, you know. So one of the takeaways is, you know, go with your gut. If you do have it in you to take a trade, for me, because I have another job, it was just like, I don't know if I want to. I had a good day yesterday. I don't know if I want to. I just want to carry that momentum for a little bit before I go fucking get up, or I don't know, just like, also I trade while I'm at work, so it's like that kind of is always a balance for me every single day, and so I didn't know if I wanted to ride that fence today, if I felt up to it. Usually I do, but you know, I'm human, so I just didn't feel like it, and I knew like today was going to be a bad day before I even started trading. So when I was up 1,200, I was talking to myself. I was like, wow, you already kind of assumed you were going to have a bad day, but here you are, you're up 1,200. Just call it a day, you know what I mean? But I didn't. Like I said, I like to. I'm really still trying to formulate a consistent way that I trade, and so I try to just trade every single day that way, so that like it's just muscle memory, you know. And that kind of is cool. Nothing is wrong with that. But if you also want to see profits, you should secure your profits, right? That's really where I fucked up today. I wasn't securing profits when I was getting signs to get out of trades, and I ate into my daily loss limit. And what can I do? But that's all I have for today. Hopefully this video provided some uh insight, and hopefully maybe you're just a little better well informed on how this whole trading thing goes. I really just made this video as proof of concept, you know, kind of like I said, I'm really trying to stick to this way that I trade, and also want to provide, like, to anyone out there who is wondering if you could even trade for real, like if it's all a scam and stuff like that, or like if it's possible to be successful, part of that 10%, 1%, or whatever the number they're saying it is that is successful these days. uh yeah, you could definitely be profitable. Just don't do what I did, you know, today. Don't leave money on the table, for real. I didn't do that yesterday, and it played out for me well. Like, one of the trades I got out of really early yesterday went and took, and I would have made like 3 times what I made on the trade, which was already like a $5,000 trade. I took like $2,000 of losses yesterday, so I ended up only coming up with like 3,900. So, but you feel me? It was, could have been a crazy trading day, like, but I just clearly got in my feelings about that today. Wanted it to go crazy again, and I think right now price is like, if it keeps on in this trend, we're gonna get there eventually. Fuck around, we might just come all the way back down to demand and then back up to supply, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Um, let's not try to predict the market. Let's just react. That being said, this is the end of the video, but hopefully not the end of your trading journey.